People, welcome back to the Arsenal podcast, and of course, deadline day. Like I said, I'll be keeping you posted with whatever comes up. I'll be keeping you posted now. Charles Watts, goal correspondent, Arsenal correspondent for goal, says we have gone back for Thomas Partey. We have made a move for Thomas Partey. This is breaking news right now. Actually, goal says, brace yourselves, Arsenal fans. Arsenal have made a move for Thomas Partey. Story to follow shortly. This is from goal correspondent, Arsenal correspondent, goal.com. Charles Watts, I told you, is on Twitter. He's also on YouTube. You can follow him, and then you'll be getting the latest. Sorry about the house summer Waddell. I know most of you are in total shock and shut down, but we have to move with what's moving on, and what is moving on right now is Thomas Partey move back on. And Charles Watts has been saying this, that the easier deal for Arsenal to do must be that Thomas Partey do, because for it, we know what we have to do. We know what we have to do. Move on players, get money, and bring in Thomas Partey by activating his release clause. Atletico Madrid are very clear. They are not going to take in any negotiations. They are not going to take in anything like price cuts or so on. So that means you have to look for the 50 million euros, 45 million pounds, pay it into the bank of Atletico Madrid, give them a call, tell them that we have paid that money. They will check their SMS, they will see the bank notification, and then they will put the player on the plane. He comes to London, does his medical, gets everything settled, maybe goes into 14 days of quarantine. If he's lucky enough, he'll start playing as soon as next weekend. So that's the big breaking news, guys. I'm not really excited because I know Arsenal deals can happen at any time and they can die off at any time. So I'm not really excited. I'm here to give you the updates. It's either you believe me, it's either you don't believe me until the deal happens. If this deal happens, I'm going to shout out to all those people who have been calling this channel the legendary of Arsenal. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't really mean anything, because these are transfer rumors, and transfers, anything happens in transfers, and you guys know that anything happens in transfers. But anyway, I'm trying to look for some more in-depth information about Thomas Partey to Arsenal. As long as I get it, I'm going to be telling you what is happening, as long as I get it. But for now, let us take that. Atletico Madrid, we have gone back for Thomas Partey. And Fabrizio Romano, here we go. Fabrizio Romano says, Atletico Madrid have not received any attempt or bid from Arsenal for Thomas Partey. Atleti are still convinced he's gonna stay, no negotiation. Now this is from Fabrizio Romano 38 seconds ago. Now you see that this story is now balanced. Romano says Atletico Madrid have not received any attempts or bid from Arsenal for Thomas Partey. Atletico Madrid are still convinced he's gonna stay, no negotiations. Matteo Guendouzi gone, and hashtag deadline day and hashtag Arsenal. So we are still in the confusion. We are still in that transfer confusion. Is the have we made the move? According to goal.com, we have made a move. According to Sky and Fabrizio Romano, we have not yet made the move. So we are there in the transfer, in the transfer fast and transfer circus. But ever, I told you, by the fact that we have let off two midfielders, it might mean something. It might mean something. Just think about it. You have five midfielders in the midfield. They are not even enough. You let go of two of them to loan, one on loan, actually both of them on loan, one to Atletico Madrid and the other to Hertha Berlin, who's Matteo Guendouzi. He completed his move today. So it only makes sense that Arsenal might bring in a midfielder to replace those two, because literally we cannot have five midfielders in the team and then you sell out, you sell two of them and don't replace any. Staying with Mohamed Elneny, who is not a favorite of Mikel Arteta, but he's just stuck with him. Then you stay with players like Granit Xhaka, who we know is not good enough, but he's doing a good job at Arsenal as per now. And Dani Ceballos, the new man who came in on loan. So that literally it means we have two midfielders of our own and one player on loan. So for me, it would make more sense if this story develops more and more and more. For now, let us take Fabrizio Romano's word that Atletico Madrid have not yet acknowledged a move or bid from Arsenal. Goal.com wrote first that that we have made a move, and Fabrizio says we have not yet made a move. So let us move along that line. Anything that develops, I'm going to come and we'll talk about it. Anything that develops, I'm coming and we'll talk about it. CD Kolasinac to Leverkusen. There is, I think there are some things that are really not going well, but I think it must be a deal that's going to be completed today as well. Matteo Gendouzi is moving on, has moved on actually to Hertha Berlin on loan as well, and of course Lucas Torreira is going to be announced as an Atletico Madrid player as long as Nikola Kalinic crosses over to Hellas Verona, or Thomas Partey crosses over to Arsenal. Anyway, like I said, I'm not really excited, and I don't want you guys to get excited. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. It's a transfer rumor. It's a breaking news story, and I decided to do it. I don't care how you're gonna react. I don't care how you're gonna react. This is my channel, but I wanna tell you that in the coming minutes, we might have a big announcement. United have already announced almost 4 players. They have now brought in Amad Traore. I think for 30 million pounds. He's gonna be joining them in January. They have brought in Edson Cavani. They have brought in Alex Telles, and they're working so hard to sign Ousmane Dembele. That is where the transfer summer is. A Manchester United side that was spanked 6-1 is trying to sign almost the same number of players Chelsea signed for 2 good months. Transfers are really interesting. So when I say that Thomas Partey move is on, don't doubt that. It's from a very reliable source. And as per now, I'm going to take Fabrizio Romano's word. That Atletico Madrid have not received any attempt or bid from Arsenal for Thomas Partey, and Atletico Madrid are still convinced he's gonna stay. So when if Charles Watts feels is very positive about the story, let him write it. As soon as he writes it, I'll come here and then we discuss the story. James Bank, I think you guys know James Bank, is another Arsenal reporter. He says Arsenal making leg progress towards signing Thomas Partey. That is also there. So James Bank and Charles Watts say Arsenal is making progress towards Thomas Partey. Fabrizio Romano says the player is not signing. Actually, he said this 3 hours ago, and he said once more. I said one more time, Atletico Madrid are convinced Thomas Partey is staying. No Chelsea, no Arsenal. No chances, as already said, by July. Let's see if there will be some late moves to trigger his release clause, but Atletico are not expecting anyone. So that is the situation around Thomas Partey, guys. That's the situation around Thomas Partey. It's changing rapidly, and in the next few hours, I expect he's already trending. Like, I was expecting him to trend in the next few minutes, but he's already trending. 34.5k tweets in the past, time, and this is 5 hours ago. The Sun story is leading the race. Charles Watts is next. Fabrizio Romano is third. James Bank's story is fourth. In 5, Partey and his reps were in the UK about a month ago and met with Arsenal. All the groundwork done, so you have to think if we activate the release clause, it should be pretty smooth sailing. Fingers crossed. This is AFC, something like that. Had his name. The name is hard. Arsenal fans are really in the Partey mood. He's trending. So let us wait for that. For that update. Of course, I'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about that. Anyway, let me sign out. I'll come back if anything develops further. Right now, it's just the move. Romano says there is no move. Charles Watts and James Bank are saying there is a move. Who is right? Who is wrong? Manchester United will be signing. In the other transfer news, Manchester United will be signing Amad Traore. That's according to Fabrizio Romano, and then Romano says medical ongoing for Federico Chiesa to sign for Juventus as well. Atletico Madrid have not received any bids for Partey. That is also there. Fulham are in